Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
Alrighty, good evening there, everyone, and welcome to another night here of On the Pole. We are here with the John Dobias Cup from the Freedom Motorsport Alliance, qualifying underway right now as we see them take to the track here. Nobody has set a time as of yet. And watch them come there off corner number 2 here at Rockingham. Down here out of the corner. Now you see the 5 there of Ryan Peters. Chase Zilla in the 26. Setting the fast time right now, 23.451. Robert Howard here in the number 50 out of Clayton, New York. Sitting third right now with a 24.126, but is on for a quicker time. Same with Chase Zilla. Chase Zilla also laying down a better time this lap as well. He'll lay down a 23.451 at the moment. And we'll see here, 23.381 here for Gomet. Peter with a 2.3.230. Howard there with a 23.861 in that number 50. PJ Wetland coming down here in the corner number 3 as they come here out of Scranton, PA. Sujic with a 23.592. There you see Wetland coming down there off the corner. As Wetman has a 23.859. Adam Lowe in the number 58, sliding around turn 1 and 2. That's not going to get you a time. Zujic out there in the 5.55. Down there through turn 1 and 2. Back onto the backstretch. He currently has a time of 2.3.379. Adam Lowe back out there on track, trying to keep it straight. Coming out there in the corner number 1 and 2. Right now his time's 33.888 as he comes there out of 2 and loops it around. That's going to be a no time for lap number 2 for Adam Lowe. Joe Spillman out there, the dude, number 41, working there off of turn number 4 down here across straightaway. Let's see what his time's going to be. Right now, Spillman, he's got the green flag, waiting to see exactly how he transpires here. Down there in the corner 3 and 4, right now has an okay time through turns 1 and 2. See if he can pick it up at all here through 3 and 4. Time to beat with a 23.230, and right now, Spillman's time, a 23.898. Down there off the corner of 2, and not sure if he got into the wall there. If he did, that'll be a no time there for lap number 2 of Spillman as he works down there through off 3 and 4. We'll see here as he comes up here across the stripe. His time is going to be a 23.898. So Spillman qualifying 8th so far. They got 13 drivers on the roster. We'll see how it plays out here. It is, as we said, the Legacy Gen 4s here at the Rock. Waiting here for these drivers to head into their warm-up. Race info here tonight. Well, wrong button. Race info here tonight. It's going to be here, as we said, Rockingham Speedway. We got 65 degrees as your temperature, 45% humidity, partly cloudy, 2-mile-per-hour winds. Track temps are sitting at 91 degrees right now. I got to change that. Hopefully that doesn't screw anything up. There we go. All right, so they are out there warming these cars up. Four minutes of warm-ups here. Now you watch Evan Gomet here in the number 68. The one there, not sure who the one is. Okay, Chase. Chase driving the number 1 here tonight. Throwing me for a loop. Hopefully that's not the, hopefully that's not that giving me a goof up, but does not look to be. So Chase running the number 1 Penske machine here tonight. Or Pennzoil machine, rather. Alexander Ujic. Robert Howard in the 50. Chase Hill, as we said, in the 1. Evan Gomet there in the number 68. Ryan Peters in the 5. Adam Lowe out here in the 58. Sage Greco, the number 17 down there in the corner, 3 and 4. Hey, Ryan Peters there in the 5, driving that. Salted Nuts machine got loose and up into the outside wall. I think we're going to see that a few different times here tonight as these drivers get loose. Hey, you got 17 rolling there on the bottom. Evan Gomet there in for it. Chase Zilla there 5th. Jeremy James in 6th. Robert Howard in 7th. Joseph Spillman back here in 8th with PJ Welton in 9th. That's how they stack up here in the warm-ups. Now you see that 17 rolling down there in the corner, number 3 and 4. Or, I'm sorry, 1 and 2 back out here on the front, or onto the backstretch. Down here, we got Sage Greco getting some laps in. Spillman just all of a sudden disappeared there. Now he's back. Minute and a half left of practice, or warm-up, rather. There you see them rolling up there on the high side. Greco trying to find out where exactly he can run that car. He'll be starting towards the back here tonight due to finishing so well the last week. If I remember correctly, we'll take a look at that, make sure that my mind is correct. There we go, getting ready here. Adam Lowe there in 2nd. Jeremy James there in 6th. Uncle Tank back there in his 8th fastest. 18 seconds left here as they get ready to rock and roll. Here we got Chase Hill out there in the number 1. Yeah, we said we're looking here as we look at the results from last week. Gonna be here Ryan Peters getting the win, Adam Lowe, and then Josh Terrett Hill. So I guess here tonight, if that's correct. Yeah, that is correct. All right. Well, then I guess Sage Greco is not having to worry too much, but he is still starting there in the back. Has not gridded up yet here tonight. We got him starting here. We got out there in front Ryan Peters starting there on pole. Evan Gomet in 2nd. Alexander Jujic there in 3rd. There in 4th, we got Chase Zilla driving at number 26. And down there we got 5th as Jeremy James, PJ Welton there in 6th. Robert Howard in 7th. Joseph Spillman there in 8th. 9th going to Uncle Tank. We got Adam Lowe there in 10th. Inside row number 6 is Sage Greco driving at 17. Michael Sheffield in the 12th spot. 13th, rounding out your field tonight, is James Afaw in the number 88. And head on out there. Great job so far. Down there through off of the corner, down through the back straightaway. Evan Gomet as the winner, or as your leader right now. And work there off the corner. And they're off of the corner they go. With Evan Gomet out there in front. Alexander Ujic there in second. Chase Silla in third. PJ Wetland running there in fourth. Robert Howard fifth in that number 50 Home Depot machine. Working down there off turn number 2 out onto that backstretch. Uncle Tank into the outside wall there in the 023. With the 31 now, Michael Sheffield working there underneath him as they work there in the corner number 4. Out there onto the front stretch. Here on lap number 5. And they work down there off of 2. Once again, down the backstretch. 100 laps the distance here at Rockingham tonight. They drive ahead on out there through 3 and 4. Now, what? When they're in 6th right there is Michael Sheffield. Driving at number 31. Back here in 8th, that's Ryan Peters driving the 5. Sage Greco in the number 9 spot there, driving at 17. Underneath the 023 of Uncle Tank back here. As you see him coming there off turn number 4, or I'm sorry, corner number 2. Down here in the 3 and 4. Wetland up there on top. Driving at number 3, looking above the 50 there of Howard. Sends it down there in the corner 1 and 2. Got to really watch them cold tires here tonight, as they will spin the car out if you're not careful on that throttle. Down here through turn 3 and 4. Wetland on the high side of the racetrack. He's got the 31 there, Sheffield underneath him. Sheffield making a clean pass. As there in front of him, you see the 58 there of Adam Lowe. Coming there off turn number 2, down there down the backstretch. Jeremy James in the 221, way back there in 13th. Joseph Spillman back here. Yeah, I don't see those two out on track. Jeremy James, as we said, in the 221. There he is there in the Nationwide. Joseph Spillman out there. Just had a trouble getting them picked up there. As you see, Sage Greco back here in 11th. Falling back behind Uncle Tank once again. As you're on board there with Zujic coming there out of corner number 4 down into 1 and 2. As you're on board there, Michael Sheffield now up to 6th. He's battling it out of Emporia, Virginia. Down there off the corner. Up there to the top side, you see Spillman, and there goes James. As you see Uncle Tank there, a little damage to the front right corner of that machine. Down there off the corner, you see the 88 of James Apaw there in front of him. Sage Greco in the 17, not too far behind him. Evan Gomet still leads the race out there in front of Alexander Ujic, who's driving at number 555. Chase Zilla back here in the 1. Having got Uncle Tank looking to the inside. Sage Greco looking to the inside also of that number 88 of James Apaw. Out of corner number 1 they go. Everybody trying to battle it out. They work off the corner. James Apaw there in 11th. Sage Greco there in 10th as he's working there on the outside of Uncle Tank. Uncle Tank still doing a great job hanging on to everything there in front of Sage Greco. 14 laps of the 100 here tonight. And head on down there out of corner number 3 and 4 back onto the front stretch here through 1 and 2. The 58 there of Adam Lowe looking to the inside of Robert Howard. Adam Lowe getting that spot, possibly as the 50 gets just a wee loose coming out of turn number 4, down across the stripe, heading towards corner number 1. And I'm sorry, I forgot I didn't have that on. There we go. Down there out of corner number 2, down that back straightaway. You're on board there with Robert Howard. Short track racing here at the Rock. Now you want that down there in the corner number 3 and 4, back out onto the front stretch. The 50 there of Robert Howard. Working down there in the corner 1 and 2. He's got the 31 there of Michael Sheffield working on the back bumper now. Everybody single file here as they work across the stripe. Chase Zilla in 3rd. Adam Lowe there in 4th. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the racing action here on the pole tonight from FFTV. They see there the 3 up Wetman coming here off turn number 2. Looking there at Chase Zilla. Driving the 1 here tonight. Real eyes on the scoreboard. He's number 26. That's because that's what he's supposed to be in. But tonight he's driving that 1. Pennzoil machine, and the last time I remember seeing on number 1 Pennzoil machine, I think it was Steve Park that might have been driving it, but I could be completely wrong on that. But that's the last one I remember. There could be other, I know there's other drivers of it, but Steve Park's the last one I remember driving the 1 Pennzoil. Now they work there off turn number 4, across the stripe. There you see Alexander Zujic. Now you're on board there with the 555. Currently there in 2nd, trying to chase down Evan Gomet. As we got that me machine there. They come down there across the front, straight away. We'll go ahead and throw the track map up at this point in time so you guys can kind of see where your driver might be. All right, Rockingham does not have a track map. Which I kind of thought that whenever I brought the race info up, there's no track map there as well. So no track map for Rockingham here tonight. as Chase Zilla works off of turn number 4. Or I'm sorry, off of 2. Sage Greco getting really loose coming there off of 2. Yeah, he worked down there into 3. That's going to allow Wetland to close the gap. But Sage Greco gathers it back up and then off of corner 4 down here across the front straightaway. In the corner number 1 and 2. As they work off here in the 3 and 4 down after they get through the back stretch. Haven't gone Matt working through 3 and 4 right now. Back onto the front stretch. Here driving at number 68, Sharpie Machine. As you see the 555 back there. He's got Chase Zilla closing in on him. With Adam Lowe there in the 4. And Robert Howard bids here tonight in that Home Depot machine. Working there off of turn number 2. Down that back straightaway. Uncle Tank on pit road. As you see there, up there at the top of your screen, on the bottom of that ticker, that pit stop ticker there for Tank is ticking. He's currently there on pit road. And you see Zujic out there, a little bit of brush to the wall from the 58 of Adam Lowe. Working there out of turn number 4. Brian Peters there in a 5th. Robert Howard in 6th. As you watch coming there at third turn 1 and 2. Stacking up there as Evan Gomet now has company from Zujic and Chase Zilla closing in on him as well. Zujic there now comes to the lead. Here comes Chase Zilla underneath and Adam Lowe as well. As they all get bunched up there here at quarter of the way through the race. Well, closing in on a third of the way as they come there off turn number 2. Onto the back stretch. Chase Zilla there in 3rd. Trying to get around Evan Gomet now. Little hanging down out there. Dropping it down into corner number 3 and 4. And has to just make sure he doesn't break that thing loose. Moving that quickly. And there comes the 58 of Adam Lowe. Looking to the inside of Chase Zilla down here into corner number 1. As you're on board with Chase Zilla working there off of 2. Got that Sharpie machine in his sights. Just has to be sure where Adam Lowe is. Doesn't want to wipe himself out by trying to clear himself. And coming down there across the nose of Adam Lowe. Yeah, he wants him down through the front stretch. He gets a run there underneath Evan Gomet. Coming into corner number 1. Chase Zilla is there. Can he make a pass happen? As he's working there off 2 side by side. Oh no! The 68 got loose and swipes the 1 of Chase Zilla, putting him down there into the inside wall. Not intentional, tight race in there. The 68 Evan Gomet getting loose, knocking the front of Chase Zilla down there into the inside wall. Ah, man, that's going to be a problem there for Chase. He brings it on to pit road. Alexander Zujic there out front. Adam Lowe in 2nd. As he looks down there on the inside. As you read the back of that machine, I want to go fast. Right now he's going fast. But is he going fast enough to stay ahead of Adam Lowe in the number 58? He works there through turn 1 and 2. Back onto the backstretch. As you see Chase Zilla up there on pit road. There's Uncle Tank back out. Joseph Spillman out of the race. Uncle Tank down 2 laps. There you see James Apaw there in the 88. We're back up front there with Adam Lowe, Evan Gomet, Chase Zilla, a lap down there on pit road coming off. And now he'll end up behind here as they come down through here. Maybe he can go and take that as his pit stop. We'll see if that works all right for him. I don't know. Being a lap down, well, I guess he's 2 laps down. As Uncle Tank gets around him, and Uncle Tank's 2 laps down. So 2 laps down there for Chase Zilla. As you watch Adam Lowe go to the inside of Zujic. Evan Gomet there as well, trying to get back around him. Sage Greco there in 4th. Robert Howard in 5th as they work there off the corner. Ryan Peters there in 7th. PJ Wetland in 8th. Jeremy James in 9th. James Apaw in 10th. As they work there off the corner. Down through the back straightaway in the corner 3 and 4. Sage Greco there in fourth. Robert Howard in fifth. Michael Sheffield there in sixth. As they work down through the front straightaway here in the 1 and 2. Adam Lowe in front, working his way off of the corner. Alexander Zujic there in second. Evan Gomet there in third. As they keep it on rolling here, Robert Howard in fifth. Michael Sheffield there in sixth. Ryan Peters in seventh. PJ Wetman there in eighth. As they bring it on down there out of the corner, you'll see Adam Lowe there, Alexander Zujic. Evan Gomet there in third. Sage Greco fourth. Robert Howard fifth. With Adam Lowe as your leader as he got around Zujic. Now Evan Gomet and Zujic battling out there once again for that second spot here on lap number 38. Coming there out of 4. Down through the front straightaway and into corner number 1. Evan Gomet has the position as of for the moment. Zujic got to be careful as he don't want to see happen to him as what happened to Chase. As Gomet ends up into the outside wall, Zujic gets around him. Sage Greco now up there in the 4th, right there on the bumper of Gomet. And that's just one thing you got to really watch where Sage is on the racetrack. And he could definitely make something happen here, coming down there into corner number 1. Moving here through the pack, up 7 positions out the 13 here tonight. Well, he's up 7 positions where he started. Chase Zilla's down 7. He is 2 laps down. Got around Uncle Tank. Now Chase Zilla's hoping that he can hang on to it here. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out for Chase through the pit stop cycles. Now we do know they got to take 1, and a lot of drivers will take it around halfway, which will be here in another about 10 laps. As you watch Chase Zilla trying to work there through the pack, trying to get 1 lap back there. He's just 1 spot away there from doing it. As just in front of him is Adam Lowe. Down there on the inside, that's the 31 of Michael Sheffield coming off pit road. As you're on board there with Alexander Zujic, working there off turn number 3 and 4. Sage Greco up there in the 2nd. Getting around Uncle Tank, the lap down machine. Chase Zilla back here trying to get around Lowe. He is there. And that'll put him 1 lap down. Now here ahead of Uncle Tank, which Uncle Tank might be 3 laps. We'll have to kind of watch that. Uncle Tank might be 3 laps down now as Chase Zilla got around him. We'll look here as the scoreboard comes around. Sheffield's down a lap. Chase Zilla's down a lap. Tank still down 2. Applause down 2. Spillman is out. Now you're watching Sage Greco there in 2nd place, stuck behind the lap traffic of Uncle Tank. There you see the 58 of Adam Lowe. Sage Greco there in 2nd. Evan Gomet there 3rd. Alexander Zujic there in 4th. Ryan Peters in 5th, working down here into the corner, followed by the 50 of Robert Howard. Closing in on halfway here at Rockingham with the FMA John Dubai Cup Series. Hopefully, John Dubai, you can be watching. Hopefully you're cheering on the guys here. I know they really appreciate your support here at FMA. Anytime you can come in and watch. Always a pleasure to have you watching as well. Really hope your recovery's going well, and hopefully someday you can be back on the sim. But we will see, how our thoughts and prayers go with you in that journey. Now they come there out across the stripe down here into corner number 1. Adam Lowe still the leader. Alexander Zujic now on pit road. As you got him coming around here, and it seems to be about 2 laps. About a lap, maybe 2, depending on where you pit. As he close there, gotta hang on to it. Adam Lowe don't want to be getting taken out there by the lap down machine of Uncle Tank. The Uncle Tank working down there to the inside. Got to keep it up of him, coming there off the corner. Uncle Tank still trying to get up there. I see him working there off the corner. As Chase Silla's there, 1 lap down. Zujic a lap down. Sheffield, Jeremy James most likely a lap down. Uncle Tank 2 laps down. Sage Greco sitting back here in second. He's trying to chase down Adam Lowe. And see Zujic not there too far ahead of him. There goes Adam Lowe around him. Or I'm sorry, no. Alexander Zujic goes around Adam Lowe. As pit stops are starting to commence here. As we said, about halfway, we got Robert Howard on pit road, Jeremy James on pit road, Uncle Tank back on pit road. Yeah, we got Robert Howard as we still got the top 5 that have not pitted yet. Here's Sage Greco there in second. And I'm kind of curious to see how this plays out for Chase Silla. He is a lap down, pitted at lap 31. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out for him with the unfortunate accident there that took him down there into the inside wall. Here you see Greco working on Adam Lowe down here in the corner number 1. Side by side there with Greco on the high side. Off corner number 2, Greco getting just a slight loose, coming there off the corner. Down there in at 3 and 4 now, he'll tuck in behind Adam Lowe. And hang on to it there, coming off a 4. There you see the 68 of Evan Gomet. Not too far back behind him. Ryan Peters, PJ Wetland, and then you have your pit stop people. Miles Sheffield, Chase Silla, Alexander Zujic, pitting at lap 46. Robert Howard, pitting at lap 48. And you got Adam Lowe out front. Sage Greco right on the heels of him as they come there out of turn 4. Adam Lowe down there on the inside. Greco right there with him. Gonna try to get around here. Trying to get that run to get on that inside. He's got the nose there in the corner number 3 and 4. Sage Greco down there on the inside. Adam Lowe on the outside now as they work there off turn number 4. Sage Greco holding it down low. Adam Lowe still battling hard on the outside as they work down here in the corner number 1 and 2. Lap 55 on the board. Adam Lowe now falls behind in the second place there behind Sage Greco. Ryan Peters now brings his machine down there on the pit road to get serviced. Sage Greco's up there, gets the outside wall. Adam Lowe down there on the inside. Neither one of them bring it this time. Evan Gomet still hangs on. Here comes the 3 of Wetland down onto the apron. Coming this time. They work down the front straight away. Adam Lowe there in second. Evan Gomet in third. Sage Greco up there leading the race. He got around Adam Lowe there on the inside of 3 and 4 that last time by. And coming around this time with Adam Lowe out there in second. Greco out front. Adam Gomet there in third. And look out, the 50 going around. That is Robert Howard down there on the inside of the racetrack. Not bringing out the caution down there on the inside. Wetland on pit road. Chase Zilla trying to work his way around the track as the 50 hangs it on the low side. No caution. Howard gets it back rolling once again. As we said, Wetland on pit road there at lap 55 for his service. So we got 3 drivers that have not pitted yet. Sage Greco, Adam Lowe, and Evan Gomet. Still waiting for them to make their pit stop here tonight to finish this race out. Come there off turn number 4. Greco out there in the front. Down there through 3 and 4. See a little bit of smoke going. And not sure who that is as these drivers are getting around here on those colder tires at the moment. Those fresh tires, rather. Getting them warmed up here to get the grip that they need out of them. As you watch Greco work there off 4 down across the stripe. Adam Lowe there in second. Evan Gomet there in third. And this is what Sage, whenever we had interviewed Sage the other day, whenever he was running the Xfinity Series, he says that he struggles on short runs. He would rather see it go long runs like this, where he can hang on to it out there in front. Adam Lowe coming in this time along with Evan Gomet. That's going to leave Sage Greco out there by himself. They'll come around here and come to pit road possibly this lap. And there it is, 17 there. Sage Greco coming in this time. Just heard him come on the radio. And like I said, Sage likes to see long runs like this. Now Sheffield gets back on the lead lap. Chase Zilla coming around here, coming off the corner. He'll be back on the lead lap. And the question becomes then, exactly how does it play out there? As you see Chase Zilla picks up a couple spots there. Evan Gomet and Adam Lowe are still on pit road, which means Sage Greco possibly still be on pit road as well. There you see Michael Sheffield. He pitted at lap 39, has fresher tires than what Chase Zilla does. Chase Zilla just trying to hang on here till the end, which is another, 38 laps. As Ujic comes around there back on the lead lap. Here comes Sage Greco finally off of pit road, back here in the fourth. Well, fifth now as we got Brian Peters getting around him. Sage Greco is going to get it up to speed, but got to be careful that he doesn't spin those tires. He doesn't want to take that rear end and send it around to meet the front. He wants to come off the corners nice and smooth. He has a car that we know, he has the skill set. As they Chase Zilla lucking into a second place spot right at the moment. Michael Sheffield out there in the front. And we're there off the corner. Evan Gomet back here in seventh. Now sitting behind Adam Lowe. Those two just got off pit road there. A lap before Sage Greco. I see Greco there in fifth spot. Brian Peters there in a fourth. Now we're here on lap number 65 of the 100 to complete here tonight. There you see there the number one of Chase Zilla, Alexander Zujic there in the 555. Great job by these drivers so far here tonight as Zujic rolls it down there into 3 and 4. Here at the Rock, Michael Sheffield out there in front. Chase Zilla there in third. You got Alexander Zujic there in second. As they work there off the corner. Great job here by these drivers so far tonight. Definitely putting a show on. No cautions as of yet. Been close. We have had a couple drivers spin down there onto the inside wall. PJ Whitman up there in 8th. Robert Howard there in 9th. Evan Gomet there in 7th. Adam Lowe in 6th. They try to chase down. There you see Chase Zilla and Sage Greco closing in on them. The 5 there. Brian Peters getting there to his inside. Here comes Sage Greco around him down there as well. Kind of figured that. At least he's on the lead lap. But he might be at the back of the lead lap whenever this is all said and done. He's trying to hang on to it here. Coming through the corner. Adam Lowe gets underneath him. PJ Whitland's going to be closing in on him next. Here as you see Michael Sheffield out there in front. Alexander Zujic working there underneath the lap machine of James Apaw. Sage Greco coming up there as well. And they work down there in the corner number 1 and 2. There you see Greco working underneath the lap machine of James Apaw. All of them doing a great job getting around Apaw. Apaw looks like he has a little bit of damage there to the right front of that machine. He'll bring it down there onto the inside apron. And on the pit road. Michael Sheffield out there at the 30-wide M&M machine, Star Wars theme, working down there on to the back stretch, front stretch, with Sage Greco getting around up there in the second, getting around Alexander Zujic. Ryan Peters gets around him as well, and here comes Adam Lowe and Evan Gomet. Pressure tires does pay off here at the Rock, so the longer you can go and have pressure tires, the better. As you see, the 17 of Sage Greco currently there in second. Brian Peters in third. As you got Adam Lowe in fourth. And there you see Chase Zilla in 7th. Falling back here. PJ Wetland back here in 8th. Uncle Tank still rolling around. Here getting seat time in the Legacy Gen 4. Up off the corner there, you got the 17 Sage Greco. Here under 30 laps to go. And come there off of corner number 4. Sheffield still out front. For how long, I don't know. As that lead is slowly decreasing. There as they come off the corner, you see Greco there in 2nd. Adam Lowe 3rd. Evan Gomet there in 4th. And it's down to 6 seconds here. And they come there off turn number 4. Here on lap number 74. Sheffield working there off 2. Greco in 1. Now he's working off 2. 5 seconds between him and Sheffield. Getting around the lap machine there of Robert Howard. As you see Sheffield out front, nobody around him. Gomet back here in 4th. Peters in 5th. Zujic falls back into 6th. Kind of similar to what happened there to Chase. Hey, we're there off the corner. Down there on the inside they go. With the 555, Alexander. Zujic, Chase Zilla in 7th. PJ Wentland there in 8th. Robert Howard 9th. Jeremy James in 10th. Now you watch 25 laps to go. Adam Lowe down there on the inside. Hanging on in front of Evan Gomet. Sage Greco, your leader, out there in front. As Sheffield came on the pit road, Sage Greco resumed the lead. Adam Lowe in 2nd. Evan Gomet there in 3rd. Brian Peters there in 4th. Alexander Ujic there in 5th. Chase Zilla 6th. As they keep it rolling here tonight. PJ Wentland, the last car on the lead lap. I'm sorry, PJ Wentland there, your last car on the lead lap. They're in 7th position. Driving at number 3. Uncle Tank up there into the outside wall. There through 1 and 2. As you watch Sheffield come there off the corner. Greco there off of 2. Lowe there in 2nd. Gomet 3rd. Chase Zilla, best he's hoping for tonight is to stay on the lead lap. Coming there off of turn 2. As Greco works there off of turn 4 down through the front straightaway. And he works into turn 1 and 2. As Chase Zilla is working here through turn 3. They're about a half a lap separating each other as they work there around the speedway here tonight. Sage Greco put some gap between him and Adam Lowe and Evan Gomet. Can they get up there and chase him down? That is the question. As you watch Evan Gomet out of Portland, Connecticut. Currently running 3rd there in the number 68. Ryan Peters, he's back here in 5th. Alexander Zujic as well back here in 5th. PJ Wentland there in 7th. Out of Scranton, PA. Robert Howard, they're out of Clayton, New York. Sitting there running 8th. Jeremy James in 9th. And Michael Sheffield rounds out your top 10 there out of Emporia, Virginia. So here for the Legacy Gen 4s. Down through the speedway, Adam Lowe out there in 2nd. Evan Gomet there in 3rd. With Sage Greco coming around here. Gotta try to work around Uncle Tank once again. Yeah, he's currently 2 laps down, soon to be 3. Sage Greco gets right there on the bumper of him. Coming there in the corner number 3 and 4. Uncle Tank needs to try to get out of the way here, one way or the other. Sage Greco now gets underneath him, coming off of turn 4. Adam Lowe there in 2nd. Gomet 3rd. Brian Peters 4th. Alexander Zujic there in the 555. In 5th, with getting around the 50, Robert Howard, who's a lap down. We had 7 drivers still on the lead lap as they work around Rockingham tonight. 18 laps to go, now 17 as Greco comes across the line. Out of there, off turn number 3 and 4. Now you got the 17 there. Sage Greco, Adam Lowe in second. Evan Gomet there in third. Ryan Peters there fourth. Alexander Zujic in fifth as they work down here off the corner. Ryan Peters there fourth. Alexander Zujic, as we said, in fifth. Chase Zilla in sixth. TJ Wentland there in seventh. Down there off the corner as they come up there off. Adam Lowe in second. Evan Gomet there in third. With Sage Grego out there in the front. Ryan Peters there for it. Alexander Zujic there in fifth. Chase Zilla in sixth. Still trying to hang on to what he can. Last pitting at lap 31. After kind of getting swiped there. Well, kill swiped by Evan Gomet in 68. As Gomet gets around Adam Lowe down there in the corner number 1. 13 laps to go. You got a Chevy leading the race. 2 Fords back here. Second and third. Ryan Peters out there in a Chevrolet. Alexander Zujic in a Chevrolet. There you see the 31 Michael Sheffield running a Ford. Jeremy James out here in a 221 running Chevrolet. Robert Howard. Whoa! Dirt tracking it, drifting it through turn 3 and 4. He tried to hang on to it out there across the start finish line. Will do so here. 11 laps to go. Sage Greco must not be far behind him, and he's back underneath of Chase Zilla, putting Chase a lap down. Once again, Wetland trying to scurry away there as he knows Sage is coming. As that 50 went skating around the racetrack there, Robert Howard. Down and through 1 and 2, and he's got it skating again and into the outside wall. Howard does not have the grip he's hoping for at the moment. Going in the corners a little hot. It's sliding up there into the outside wall. It just does not want to turn for him, and I know that feeling. I ran the trucks last week at Bristol, and I had that same issue, and there it just breaks loose down there on the inside, and that's going to bring the caution as the 50 there. Robert Howard spins it out down there on the apron. Caution with 9 laps to go. Chase Zilla going to get the lucky dog. We get him coming out there, and this is going to really change things up here. As tires mean everything here tonight. Here at Rockingham. Another set of tires. Could be waiting for some of these guys in the pits. As you see Sage Greco pulling up behind Fred in the pace machine. Adam Lowe there in second. Evan Gomet there third. Ryan Peters, then you got Chase Zilla back here just behind Sage Greco. My calculations are right. Sage should get the wave around and get him back on the lead lap and then be able to get fresh tires onto that machine. Pit road should be open this time by. Sage Greco dropping down. Sage got to wait a lap, but he'll get his lap back. Working there. That's going to help Sage out there, getting him back onto the lead lap. And he'll come around and most likely get some tires on that machine. Everybody else has pitted down there. You see Gomet, Peters, Zujic, Wetland. We know Chase Zilla has the machine here to get it done. As Chase comes around here, he's on the apron, he's bringing it in. Everybody else is on pit road. Michael Sheffield, Jeremy James out there on track. You see Sage Greco, Adam Lowe, Evan Gomet, Ryan Peters all coming off. Alexander Dujic, Wetland, Chase Zilla, and I'm going to guess these two are a lap down still. Michael Sheffield and Jeremy James. We'll see how that plays out here. They'll probably get waved around here. Sheffield, yes, a lap down technically, and so is James. As Greco's right there, still labeled as the leader. And Chase Zilla, as we said, is on pit road. Wants to try to beat the pace car off. If he can, he's down and away. He will beat the pace car off. He's down there on the apron. Now he's going to get caught back up to the tail end of the field. And this is going to get interesting here as we go. Lights out. Going green flag. They come here out of turn 2. Chase Zilla coming there out of turn number 4. Right behind Michael Sheffield. They got to get caught up as the field's halfway down the backstretch. As you see them coming there out of turn 2. Chase Zilla there as well. Jeremy James back here as they go down there in the corner 3 and 4 all bunched up. They made it. Chase Zilla right there on the back of everybody. They come rolling out. There you see Jeremy James on that high side. Chase Zilla got to give that spot away. There it goes. Down here, we are down and away. We'll see how this works out for Chase as he's back there at the back. Look out. They spun the tires off the restart. There goes Sage Greco around. Down there on the inside, no caution as he's off the racing surface. Not how you wanted to do that restart there as Sage spun the tires. The 5 there of Ryan Peters having issues as well, trying to keep the cold tires underneath them as they work down there through 3 and 4. So Chase Zilla now up there into 6 where he was before being a lap down. There's the Evan Gomet and Adam Lowe. Alexander Zujic there as well. There you see Wentman coming there through. You got the lap machine of Robert Howard in the mix there. Sheffield's back there in the 31 and 5th. Chase Zilla there in 6th. They worked there through 3 and 4. Sage Greco fell way back there, had the lead. Just unfortunately, that short run bit him. He got onto the gas too quickly, spun the tires, and ended up spinning it down there into the infield. As you watch him come there off turn number 4, turn number 2 down there through 4. And onto that front straightaway. Wetland back here in 4th right now. He'd love to get up there and battle Zujic. 2 laps to go. Zujic's hanging a great line there through 3 and 4. Through 1 and 2. Chase Zilla as well. There you see Wetland getting around the 50 down there in the turn number 2. Turn number 3. Man, I'm getting turned around here. As they work off, there is Zujic, Adam Lowe. Out there second, Gomet leading the way out there in front. As it comes down the backstretch here tonight, the 68 of Evan Gomet coming there out of turn number 4 for the final time here at the Rock. Evan Gomet gets the victory down there in the corner number 1. Great job here for Evan Gomet taking home the win at the Rock tonight as they end up down there. Great job. Zujic there in 3rd, Lowe in 2nd. Chase Zilla got himself there in the 5th. You see Wetland there, and it looks like Chase Zilla has a little damage there on the left front of that machine. He comes there onto the front stretch. Yeah, he definitely has some damage there, and he gives Gomet a nice little congratulations pit maneuver. As Gomet will burn it down here on the front straightaway. Portland, Connecticut. Evan Gomet bringing home the victory here at Rockingham tonight. And your race results, Evan Gomet bringing home the win. Adam Lowe there in 2nd. Alexander Zujic there 3rd. PJ Went in 4th. Chase Zilla 5th. Ryan Peters in 6th. Michael Sheffield there in 7th with Jeremy James in 8th. Sage Greco 9th, Robert Howard 10th. Uncle Tank there in 11th with James LaFaw in 12th with Joseph Spillman there in 13th. All right, we're going to go and get with our winners here. Hopefully. Good evening there, Ujik. How's it going? I'm not sure if I'm saying that right or not. Good evening there, Alexander. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, man. So, bud.
How's it going there tonight?
Oh, it was really good. It was really good, man. I was trying to figure out a track, and it's really kind of technical, but yeah, it wasn't bad, man. Just you just lose the tires really fast.
Yeah, the Rockingham Monster really likes its tires.
Yeah, chewing them up really fast. Hungry boy.
Yeah, he definitely is. Do you mind telling me, how do you say that last name of yours?
Oh, yeah. Well, when I pronounce it, it's gonna sound weird to you because I'm gonna use some voices that you don't use in English. It's pronounced Zhugic, but like here, people call it Zugic. Yeah.
Okay, and how do you say it?
Alexander Zugic. But Alex is my name. Alex is what people call me. Yeah. Adam, where did you finish?
What's that?
Where did you finish? Let me find you over here. Next.
You're not going to find me in that list there. Alex is I broadcast here. You finished third, so I brought you up in the booth for your post-race interview.
Oh, really? Oh, is this what we do right now?
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now.
Oh, nice. This is a cool one. Yeah, I gave it my best, man. This was it was blood, sweat, and tears, dude. So yeah. Thank you everybody for the great race. It was awesome.
Well, you got any sponsors, shout-outs, anybody you want to thank for getting that third place here in the FMA series?
No, not really. All the stuff I have is provided. Well, it was all me, dude. Me and the Lord.
Well, you did a great job out there. Great strategy getting you there in the third place tonight. Kept your speed up. Didn't seem like you lost your tires too bad. So great job finishing third tonight.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. We did our best. So it was great racing here with you guys.
Well, if you haven't yet already there, Alex, these are broadcasts of the Pleager Farm TV on YouTube, so you can check out your races.
I will take a look at it definitely now that I'm in podium places.
Alrighty. Well, congrats again. You have yourself a great night or day. I'm not sure what time zone you're in there.
Well, I'm in Illinois actually, so I'm yeah. Thank you, brother. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, congrats and have yourself a great night there, Alex.
You too. Thank you.
That was Alec, our third place finisher. Now we'll get with Adam Lowe, hopefully. Good evening here, Adam. How's it going?
Good evening. It's going real good tonight.
Man, you had your hands full there with Gomet for quite a bit of the race there.
Yeah, I felt like I raced him for more than half the race. But that's okay. Made it more fun and kept me trying to stay focused and hitting my marks every lap.
Well, that was the biggest thing. And unfortunately, there on that restart, at such a crucial moment in the race, how important was it not to spin them tires as we saw a few drivers do?
Obviously, that was the race deciding move right there, is getting launched off that restart and kind of kicking myself. I thought I had a bad restart, and as I'm thinking that, I see Sage spinning through the grass. So mine was bad, but it really wasn't that bad compared to about everybody else. So I'll take second. You know, I feel like I had a third place car the way it was shaking down there. I mean, me and Evan were battling hard there, of course, but he definitely had the better car today. So he drove a hell of a race. We battled, we scraped fenders. That was a lot of fun today.
Well, great job there, Adam Lowe, and we'll see how it all plays out here as the season progresses. And I think we're slowly getting halfway or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think we're about halfway as well, and I'm looking forward to coming back every week. This is a lot of fun here.
Well, you did a great job battling there with, as we said, Gomet, and I know you battled Sage there a little bit as well, and always great to see the competition here at FMA. You got any sponsors and shout-outs? Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my sponsor, Colombo Properties, and, of course, my wife for allowing me to get on here every night.
All right, great job, and we'll see you next week there, Adam.
Thank you. We'll see you then.
All right, that was Adam Lowe. Now we'll get with Evan Gomet. Good evening there, Evan. How's it going?
It's going good. How's it going with you?
It's going well. Man, what were you thinking on that restart when you saw Sage end up going through the grass?
Well, I was trying not to join him. I had to pedal it myself. Just make sure not to hit him and cause a bigger wreck. It's unfortunate for him. He was having a great race. I had a phenomenal race with Adam. We raced hard. It was a blast.
Yeah, the top three there really had a great race tonight. You know, Sage had a great race going for him. Unfortunately, that restart, he got a little extra lead in the foot, per se. Adam Lowe there in second. Alexander Ujic there in third. He had a great race himself. I mean, a lot of great racing all over Rockingham tonight.
Yeah, and it's so easy to do that on the restart in these cars with this wheel spin, wheel spin, wheel spin. So tough luck, but I'm happy to get a win. I haven't raced here in a while, so it's nice to be back.
Yeah, this track definitely, even with the tires, I mean, it just seems like any point in the race, you could end up giving it just too much extra throttle and send it around.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. It's definitely a throttle management track, but it's a blast and definitely a fun one.
Most definitely. And if anybody's looking to possibly add a track to the truck schedule, I'd love to be able to run here on a Thursday night in the trucks. I think that'd be a blast.
Yeah, I think that'd be a fun one here.
But congrats again there, getting the win there tonight, Evan. And you had any sponsor shout out, anybody you need to thank for getting that victory?
Yeah, I want to thank Hometown Garage, Banjo Time with Clara, FMA for putting on great events. This is by far my favorite league to do, no matter what. And thank you for broadcasting.
Oh, our pleasure. It's always a blast to see you guys come out and be competitive. And man, such a restart that was a deciding factor for so many drivers here tonight.
Yeah, it was. Adds to the excitement.
Yeah, that it did. So great job, Evan, and we'll see you next week as we take on more racing here at FMA.
Yep, see you next week.
All right, I was Evan Gomet, your race winner here at Rockingham. Thank you, everybody, tuning in here to Fleeger Farm TV. We'll send it on out here to we send it on out here. Thank you all for watching, and have yourselves a great, great night. As we say good night here from Fleeger Farm TV on the pole.
Precision is our language. Creativity is our weapon. And perfection is the only option. Your ride, your brand, your image, elevated to a level that can't be ignored. This isn't just a wrap, it's a revolution. Regal Wraps and Designs, where power meets style, and style becomes unforgettable. At Regal Wraps and Designs, we don't follow trends, we set them. Every line, every finish, every detail is built to dominate. From flawless vehicle wraps to bold custom designs, we take your vision and redefine it. Seamless statements, artful accents, hues of harmony. We are Regal Wraps and Designs.